going to do? Mother's gonna kill me. Mother said this would happen. I can't do anything right. Mother sent me here to kill some big monster, but I don't think I can do it. Well, I hate violence, and I'm kinda forgetful. All I really want to do is make weapons, not hit things with them. But I promised Mother I'd try. Will you help me? I seem to have misplaced my sword. I had an awful battle with some monsters over this way. I had an awful battle with some monsters over this way. Go on without me. I have to do something over here. Just seeing my father's old sword fills me with courage. I can do this, I think. I was, preparing the bait. The beast won't come out of the water without this. At least, that's what Mother said. Now we lure out the monster and kill it. Easy, right? I sure hope this proves my courage to Mother. Well, here we go. Please stay close. Careful now. Those mud crabs are tough. There it is. Good luck.
What do you think you'll make with that?
Did you see how big that thing was? And those teeth? You found my sword. Thank you. I want to be a warrior and make Mother proud, but I also love smithing. What do you think? Should I become a warrior or a smith? You said it. I'm not fighting anymore. I'll make weapons for others. Mother will just have to get used to it. Thanks for everything. Well, I'm done here. Come see me in Port Hunding.
Elves.
Edmund Bosek threw my sweet Chakan into the grave. No. The grave is the prison in that cave ahead. Chakan described it as a ghastly place. Traps block the exit, and most criminals roam freely inside. Bosek accused him of stealing a gem, and this orc monster threw him in. Gods know, he's rich. He's a prince from Glenumbra. He promised to whisk me away from my family and make me his princess. But now he's going to die in the grave, while I'm forced to return home. Chakan said the gate in the cave is never locked, because no one ever makes it past the traps. Disgusting. Uncultured. Devious. His guards are criminals, and his laws benefit only himself. I pray to Ariel that the sea rises up and swallows this pit, but only after Chakan and I are long gone. Yes, from Westry. How I longed to travel there with him. He described it as bright, beautiful, and full of life. It's beneath the palace, and anyone thrown in dies there. Chakan said the guards are brutal, and the other prisoners are worse. Traps, guards, and other prisoners prevent that. Chakan said there are rows and rows of traps, and everyone down there, except for Chakan, is a vicious murderer. No one's ever gotten out. My poor Chakan.
Elves. That's what the headman claims. That's what got him thrown into the grave. You mocking me? The headman makes the laws. It's my job to punish anyone who breaks them. Now beat it before I toss you in the grave.
Bringing more trouble.
You're not a guard. Get me out of here, please. Irian? Altmer girl? Yeah, I promised her a way off this rock. But that won't ever happen if I die in here. Is that really important right now? Bosek stole it from someone else. Can't steal from a thief. If you get me out of this, I'll owe you big. I owe you for this. Thanks. Now, let's get out of here.
It's so cold.
You first. Can't go that way. Irian's out there. Oh, and guards. I saw many, many guards. Look, let's slip out a side exit. That way we can both keep our heads. Thanks for breaking me out back there. Listen, while you're in a heroic mood, want to help me get something I left with the goblins? I figure if you want something kept safe, give it to the goblins. They'll watch it for free. They're too stupid to trade it, and they'll kill anyone who tries to take it. Here's the thing. You went through a lot of trouble to free me, right? There's no way you'll let me get eaten by goblins, so you, my good friend, will follow me to their mine. Yeah? This way. I'll meet you at the door. They store everything on the upper level.
You're paralyzed. Don't think. Move. At your service.
Try and keep up. This is the part where I trust you. I'll kill the goblins in the scaffolding in the next room. You grab the gem. It's in a chest on the floor. There's a passage on the far side. Take that and meet me outside. If something goes wrong, regroup at the inn in town.
Over here. I have a question for you. What were you doing in the mine? And did you see a scummy Breton up there? Yakarn. He's a liar and a thief. He stole a gem from headman Bosek. Now, if the gem came back, Bosek might let him live. Can you help me, or not? Now that's just too bad. If you do run into him again, tell him that if we catch him, he's dead.
You saved those poor mages trapped within Elden Hollow. In honor of you.
That bastard. If you're looking for that bastard Jakan, he's at the tavern with a Redguard girl. I overheard him telling a Redguard girl he'd whisk her off to Sentinel, that he was a ship captain. She swooned like a fool, like I did. I'd tell the headman where he's hiding if I didn't hate the headman more. I need off this island!
I don't really believe he's a captain. He looks so good, I don't care.
I don't believe a word Jakarn says. But there's just something about him. He's fascinating.
Jakarn's gorgeous. He could rob me anytime.
Glad to see you made it out. Hey now, the headman stole it first. And you brought it back to me, didn't you? Thanks, good looking. Yes, I do. I know someone on the island who can make us both rich. If you're up for another job, I think it's time you met her.
Have pity.
The Dwemer were wonderful machinists. We could learn much from studying their works.
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we?
We've got a crew to rival the legends. Time to make some money, don't you agree? Now we're ready for the real challenge, the heist. The target's Bosek. That slimy bastard's finally going to get what's coming to him. We're going to steal his sailing logs. His sailing logs are the key to our fortune, friend. They're the records of every ship that's docked here, every stolen cargo they've unloaded, and every illicit payment made to Bosek. Those records are worth a fortune to King Vaharajad. They're written proof that Bosek has violated the king's order to stop raiding Breton shipping. With those papers in hand, the king can threaten to destroy Bosek if he doesn't stop. Absolutely. His envoy is on the dock now, waiting. As soon as we turn over the sailing logs, he gives us a fortune in gold. The trick will be getting into Bosek's palace, stealing the logs, and getting out with them. That's your job. First, you need a servant's disguise to get into the palace. The papers are in a lockbox on the top floor. Bosek has the only key. Slip this powder into his drink, then grab the key. The lockbox is always guarded. The guard's not bright, but he'll raise the alarm if anyone tries to open the box. Deal with him quietly. No stabbing. Lambour and I will have the ship ready to sail when you return with the papers.
We should head to Saintsport. Why? This waiting rots my limbs and wearies my mind.
Oh, yes. Hello. This is fascinating. Did you know the Dwemer had devices to rapidly mince fruit? I can offer help with the guard, perhaps. You wish to deal with him quietly, correct? I removed this device from Clanker. When pressed, it produces quite the incapacitating shock. If you would test it for me, preferably on a living subject, I would be grateful. Let me know if there are any lingering effects. Twitching, mainly. I'm quite curious about the twitching.
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head. Bosek keeps the key around his neck, cinched steel. I'll get the key off Bosek. Meet me out back. Get your disguise and meet me out back. Leave Bosek to me.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we? She's right. You need a disguise to get anywhere near Bosek. Fortunately, you have me. Just say the word and I can have servant clothes waiting for you at the palace. My pleasure. Meet me outside the palace. I'll pick out something special for you.
You go if you want. I'm staying here waiting for a ship.
Hoping to see Bosek? So am I, for 3 days now.
Well, look who's come to pay a visit. Oh yes, try these on. I'm sure they'll fit you just right. In the meantime, I'll just continue my sweep at the palace.
The gods have abandoned Stros Makai. All live only at the whim of Headman Bosek.
Whatever shall I do?
Be gone, servant. Do your work and stop bothering me.
You're not staying for dinner too, are you?
Isn't he done talking yet? I've been waiting forever.
Onsi's bones, what is it now? Shouted at you too, did he? He just went out back to carouse with the latest slatterns from the mainland. Best hurry up and refill his drink. You don't want him running out of drink.
There's something wonderful about wandering a city's streets with no destination.
This place would be nice if Bosek weren't around.
Tell me more about those firm, deft hands of yours, Jakarn.
This Jakarn is quite charming for a scoundrel, but I do love scoundrels.
Ah, my lowly servant. You're just in time. My dear friend, Headman Bosek, is sleeping off the attentions of these two lovely ladies. They are quite a handful, and an eyeful, too. Why don't you take the good Headman's key inside for safekeeping?
This town's history is fascinating. Did you know that many of the dwarven relics still function?
Erect the spine of trade.
Quality merchandise.
The king is pleased with what you've done here, as am I. You will find a generous reward below decks.
My friend, welcome back. Do you have some good news? Here you are, Tharwab, the shipping logs that show Bosek's defiance of the king's decrees. Come on, it's time to go. On your feet, man your stations. Prepare to sail.
When active, Dwemer spiders have an extraordinary capacity for learning. Now I have to stop Andrillium from teaching Clanker to bring him drinks.
What do you want? Of course, I'll pull my weight, unlike Jakarn. He's not getting near another woman until I'm too old to stop him. And we Altmer live a very long time.
Captain Colleen took her time getting off this damned island. Doesn't surprise me. Orc problems aren't her problems. But we'd be stuck here if not for your help. I won't forget that.
Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip. If there's one thing Master Kassan taught me, it's that knowing your ship and crew keeps you alive. Seems like you'd make a fine captain someday, but you'll have to find your own ship.
Stros Makai's a depressing place. Too many red guards waving their damn swords around. At least on the spearhead, no one wants to kill me except Irian. Shook him around. She's crazy about me.
The spearhead's no maiden's breath, but at least she doesn't have a giant hole in her side. I'd be happy if we never saw land again.
I can't wait to see Jakarn's battle scars. I'm sure he's got them everywhere.
Blade's Edge. We're setting sail with the famous Jakarn. Alethian and I have a bet on who's gonna bet him first.
Wherever Captain Larissa goes, I go. Even on this tub. Can't wait until we get our own ship again.
To be on the seas once again. This is paradise. Headman Bosek is a cruel master. If Colleen will have me, I will join the Spearhead's crew.
I'm looking forward to seeing Jakarn in action. I hear he's an incredible sailor. Lots of stamina. Following Jakarn, of course. Why else would I be along? I'm looking forward to working alongside him, sweating shirtless in the hot sun. You wouldn't understand.